I want to kick off with a fan theory which went around the internet, which was the feral kid from Road Warrior grows up to be Tom Hardy, and that is Mad Max. Is that true or not?
Not in my mind.
Okay.
Because at the end of Mad Max 2, the feral kid says, in time I became the leader of the great northern tribe, and the Road Warrior exists now and in my memory. Now, somebody said that, yes, but in the meantime, before he grew up, he could have become the other Mad Max. But in my mind, it's not the case. But, you know, stories, allegorical stories like Mad Max Fury Road are in the eyes of the beholder. And as Freddie Mercury said to somebody who was trying to interpret one of his songs, said, if you see it, dear, it's there.
Furiosa's arm, how did she lose it?
Oh, that's a long story. But it was in a battle, and she had no choice. Yeah.
The black and white silent and silent cuts, I think, two separate things. You talked about them a while ago. Are they going to be on a later DVD?
Yes, I hope so. To me, one way of looking at this film is like a silent movie with sound.
Yeah.
And the best version I've ever seen of the Mad Max movies was in the old days when the composers used to conduct to what they call a black and white / dupe. And you see it up on the big screen, a really high contrast, cheap black and white version of the movie. And Mad Max 2 looked fantastic in that. And so we tried doing that when we were doing the color or DI of this movie, and I thought it looked really great.
Mel Gibson, was there ever any talk of getting him to cameo?
No, never. It would be like having Sean Connery turn up in a Daniel Craig James Bond. It would throw you out of the movie, and we're doing everything we can to keep you immersed in the world of the screen. So to have Mel appear would make no sense.
The Euphoria, a bit of a cult hero. But I'm wondering, any sort of real-life rock stars who inspired him, or was he just kind of straight from your mind?
Well, no, he came out of the logic of the world. He before amplified sound, there was always the music of war, to gee up the troops, to make signals, and so on. There was the drummer, the bugler, the bagpipe player, and so on. And in a world where it's just all noisy cars, you need something very loud. So you have the Doof Warrior, his speakers, the taiko drummers, and like everything else in the movie, his guitar had to have double purpose, so it was a flamethrower. Very
finally as well, the next Mad Max, if we see one, will Charlize be back?
I'm not sure. As the answer, I'm trying to. She's not in the Mad Max story.
Right.
Yeah, but one of the stories there's an interaction between the two. So. But I can't really say more than that because it's still in progress.
Still cooking.
Yeah, still cooking.